Thank you. And now, here to perform the Star Spangled Banner is America's Got Talent semifinalist and South Florida's own Yoli Michael.
What so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, who
fire. Nous sommes ça gagne là. La passe en avant. En aller. Le 299 qui gagne. Michel gagne. On joue Miami qui accompagne. Bien joué. Et le 222. La passe en retrait. Le 210. Il va mettre tir. La frappe. Mais son ballon qui passe à côté de la messe. La brigade joueur équipe Chicago Fire qui était dans le boutique. Il était capable de faire ballon ça fait mouche. Vraiment, notre équipe Inter de Miami. C'est ça.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Saint-Louis Nord TV, télévision PIA. Donc, c'est un plaisir vraiment et pour nous en direct depuis Joave Pink Stadium dans Fort Lauderdale. Côté que nous suivons le match Inter de Miami face à l'équipe Chicago Fire. Et première période là qui finit sur le score de 0 but partout entre les deux équipes. Faut dire que c'était un très bon match entre deux formations. Côté que Chicago était très menaçant dans 15 premières minutes et par la suite gain équipe Inter de Miami qui était venu et très menaçant et qui raté quelques occasions nous capable dire en or même dans match football ça et nous capable voir que un petit manque de cohésion au niveau de l'équipe Inter de Miami mais nous croyons que jusqu'à présent nous capable dire que Phil Neville a fait un travail impeccable en dans l'équipe Inter de Miami parce que l'équipe ça qui a joué là et bien c'est pas l'équipe ça qui était qu'on a joué qu'on a regardé a joué et pendant le temps passé puisque ouais l'équipe là gagne plus cohésion là-dedans yo mieux organisé et c'est ça que nous-mêmes nous capable là. Alors British n'a regardé là sous terrain et côté que eh bien gagne et en pile mouvement et notamment joueur réserviste qui là et faut que nous signaler également gagne en pile monde qui fait le déplacement pour venir dans le match football ça. Faut que nous disions ça à Boutis parce que l'on regarde la partie sud terrain en Boutis qui est censé vraiment plein à craquer en pile fanatique Miami qui là qui présent et pour capable venir vraiment chauffer équipe Inter de Miami puisque ouais moun yo vraiment adhéré avec couleur équipe Miami qui c'est couleur rose là en pile maillot n'a regardé partie vraiment sud terrain également et qui gagne vraiment en pile fanatique qui là n'a regardé les amis nous Cap Haïtien News qui présent qui c'est un média haïtien qui présent en pile félicitations pour Johnson qui présent vraiment là n'a regardé partie sud terrain là et qui gagne en pile fanatique qui fait le déplacement pour capable vraiment venir supporter équipe yo regarder partie nord British qui pas fin plein à craquer mais jusqu'à présent qui gagne en pile monde et nous capables vraiment équipe Miami qui commence à imposer et justement là du côté des fautes de la. Alors question nous t'a posé à Mounio British les n'a regardé engouement qui gagne là dans Joave Pink Stadium non est-ce que les yo t'a construit stade équipe ça du côté de Miami qui ça pral fait comment Mounio pral prend ça moun faute la dedal comment on va prendre ça est-ce que on va sentir que son petit que yo te gagné et puis yo retire petit là dans main yo ou bien son petit que yo te ba gérer et puis maman petit là papa petit là vinn di ba petit li que vous voulez ko pas faut ba petit là donc moi que faut nous suivre ça et puis British et puis n'a suivre là tout British et vraiment n'a regardé académie et vraiment n'a regardé jeunes yo et qui a fait rentrer là sous terrain avec un pile brio, un pile jeune qui plein talent, c'est futur football là et dans Florida, futur football là aux États-Unis, pourquoi pas à travers le monde. Donc vraiment c'est exceptionnel nous capable voir que équipe ça Inter de Miami et toute équipe qui a dirigé qui a fait un travail vraiment exceptionnel. Donc c'est jeune académie qui là qui n'a regardé là et sous et vraiment Saint-Louis Nord TV, côté que il a présenté vraiment à grand public là, à tout staff technique équipe Inter de Miami qui a présenté. Bravo, félicitations. Je crois que eh bien ti jeune ça yo c'est avenir jouet là, c'est avenir football là et Jean que toujours dit pour Haïti, il pas normal pour une série d'équipes football, yo pas une équipe même U13 là-dedans, il pas normal. Donc côté avenir, qui est-ce qui va assurer la relève? Mais nous là Boutis, si jeune ça on a regardé là, c'est toute catégorie l'âge. Gain là qui gagne 8 ans, gain 10 ans, gain 12 ans, gain 14 ans. Donc je crois que c'est vraiment extrêmement important. Et puis l'autre bagage pour nous dire encore, c'est que m'da remè ouais que eh bien gain au moins un joueur haïtien qui a pas vraiment évolué dans l'équipe Inter de Miami et puis qui vraiment a pas qui vraiment performé assez bien dans l'équipe ça parce que je crois que stratégiquement dirigeant Inter de Miami est extrêmement important pour stratégiquement pour acheter un joueur haïtien parce que ça t'a fait que gain plus haïtien viennent dans match football yo. Ça c'est certain. Donc je crois que c'est extrêmement important pour ça pour nous dire que et vraiment ça c'est extrêmement important. En tout cas, n'a suivre mesdames messieurs, c'est une très belle ambiance qui est là dans Drive Pink Stadium nan. Belle bagaille, belle activité et nous inviter moun dans l'autre match qu'a gagné peut-être l'autre week-end pour capable faire le déplacement pour venir parce que activité en pile ambiance équipe a chauffé en pile monde. N'a regardé fanatiques qui applaudi jeunes et c'est ça, voilà, c'est sous applaudissement fanatique et qui vraiment bail tout ces jeunes là standing ovation côté que y a ovationné yo. Bravo, puisque c'est avenir football là, et football là c'est dans mes lieu. Et faut dire que Boutis dans quelques minutes, c'est pour la deuxième période là, qui va gagner pour commencer, côté que nous allons suivre la deuxième période ça, avec qui disposition équipe Miami Inter là, la retourner sous terrain. Avec qui disposition Chicago Fire pour retourner sur terrain. Mais c'est que nous allons jouer l'autre match. Bien que moi-même j'étais bien satisfait dans la première période. C'est vrai qu'il n'y a pas de goal, mais c'était quand même un très bon match entre Inter de Miami et équipe Chicago. Dans la deuxième période, là, nous connaissons des ajustements. Et justement qui pral capable faire bon côté de équipe yo qui est qui pral vraiment gagner match football là ou bien est-ce que nous avons sorti là sans que nous pas ouais goal mais match football ça que nous avons regardé là Boutis pas gain impression que la fini sans goal parce que et bon côté Miami et bon côté Chicago ou senti que gon envie c'est vrai que saison la peine commencé manqué automatisme yo manqué vraiment habile devant les buts mais c'est sûr que match football ça qu'on t'a regardé là et pression tous les deux côtés et c'est sûr que bien il possible pour nous ouais que nous t'a joué un goal et ou bien un deux goals vraiment dans match football là. En tout cas, on va rentrer équipe voilà et c'est Chicago Fire qui a fait rentrer là sous terrain mesdames messieurs. Chicago Fire n'a pas rappelé qui gagne Shaqiri en dedans international suisse là qui a joué avec le 210 tout à l'heure là Higuaín saute manqué pilem bon fil là Higuaín saute manqué pilem bon fil là Gonzalo Pipita Higuaín et 210 pour équipe Inter de Miami et gagne Shaqiri le 210 petit bout de coup British British a fait deux Shaqiri British a fait deux Shaqiri tellement Shaqiri coûte mais très bon joueur de football qui a une carrière vraiment exceptionnelle. Inter de Milan, Juventus de Turin, Bayern de Munich, Olympique Lyonnais. Vraiment, c'est un footballeur exceptionnel, nous capable dire, et Shaqiri. Voilà, équipe Inter de Miami qui a concerté entre eux, le portier, le 294, qui sont très bon goalkeeper. Et monsieur Nouel pendant près de 3 matchs pour l'équipe Inter de Miami, monsieur très bon. Nous avons regardé messieurs qui a fait une invocation là. Qui ça a brûlé, nous va connaître et côté qui a pris voilà dans quelques instants vraiment c'est le coup d'envoi deuxième période match football là mesdames messieurs sur Saint-Louis du Nord TV télévision normale télévision payante on dit c'est celle télévision haïtienne qui présent là dans Drive Pink Stadium là pour match football ça avec Cap Haïtien News de Johnson Zami Panou et c'est Wilfried British Hippolyte Jean Mercier n'a retourné tout à l'heure mesdames messieurs.
Thank you for joining us. We'll get started with head coach Phil Mello.
Yeah, evening, guys. Well, I thought it was a brilliant game of football, and what we saw in the first half was really what I really expected, was that it was a team that was nervous. We think about all the scrimmages that we'd played in the games up in Charleston. Nothing was like the atmosphere and the occasion of tonight. And I knew that we would have to probably get over those nerves in the first 45 minutes. We didn't have any control in possession. We were really, really poor. Give away unforced errors, which then led to them having chances in the game. And the big plus was we went in at half-time 0. In the second half, it was as if at half-time we got to half-time and they thought, well, actually, this is not bad. I can play in this level, and I relate it to when your kids are swimming and you throw them in the deep end and say, "Oh, I'll just go and swim." In the first half, we threw them into deep end, and it was a little bit of nerves and panic, and but we expected that. We knew when we constructed this team. There was 9 debuts tonight. That these occasions at this football club are like playoff games, and there's pressure, there's expectation, there's people watching, there's people around the stadium that are famous that they've probably never experienced before. But in the second half, I thought we were absolutely outstanding. And I really, the thing I said to them at the end is that it probably was a game that we would have lost last year. It probably was a game that we showed the characteristics of why we chose these players. They headed free kicks away, they dug in, they slid tackles, they kept going. Every time there was a chance against us or a bit of a poor decision, as we thought, they never wobbled. And that I was sure of. And in the second half, I thought we were the better team. We created the better chances. If you think about the overall situation in the game, our keeper made 3 brilliant saves, and I thought their keeper made 3 brilliant saves. So really, me and Ezra probably sit here now thinking it was probably a draw was a fair result between two teams that I thought showed real quality. You think about their front two, the 10 and the Shabilko and Shaqiri. It always was a threat, always was a danger. And second half, I thought our players thought, well, I think I can play against these guys now and without any fear. And that's what we need to continue to do.
We'll start with questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll start with Lauren, then Michelle, then Franco.
Hi, Lauren.
I was up in the North Stand and it definitely came out the show tonight. How does that having that atmosphere motivate your whole team?
Well, I looked to my left as the game kicked off, and it was incredible, the amount of fans in that North Stand. It didn't look like there was a spare seat up there. They were, the confetti. It reminded me of like a Boca River Plate type game where you come out and all the, I'm going to say, is it toilet roll that they throw or whatever we give them. It was big, and I think that contributed to our performance in the first half when they came out and saw all that, and they thought, oh wow, this is. Even like yesterday at training when Jorge and David were here, I just sensed there was so much excitement that it was the realization that they're playing for Inter Miami and they're now in men's football. They're now in the big league, and it was great to see them grow in the game. The fans were brilliant.
Next question, Michelle, then Franco.
Okay. Speaking of youth and big moments, Noah Allen. 17 years old, from playing the local youth club a few years ago to that. Can you just talk about the decision to move him up, to play him today, and to start him in that kind of a situation, considering everything you're saying? Why did you think that you'd be able to handle it, and how do you think you did?
Well, I look at the first half performance. He was probably one of maybe 2-3 players that wasn't affected by it, and that was the 17-year-old kid hasn't been burned. The 17-year-old kid doesn't have any fear. He just went out there and played as if he was playing an MLS2 USL game. And we were super proud. An academy graduate, one of our own. And the boy, if he keeps his feet on the ground, the boy, if he keeps learning, has got a real good future, brilliant future at this football club. And, I actually thought when Brek Shea came on, Brett was outstanding too. Breck's been unlucky because he missed 7-8 days training, which meant that we had Noah to put in, but there was no doubt in my mind that Noah could handle this occasion. We worked really hard to get his registration through on time. And I think I alluded it into my press conference on Thursday that with this MLS2, we joined the MLS2 because we can bring our own up through on certain amount of occasions in the year. And this was one of the occasions that we brought Noah Allen up. And he did himself, his family, and the club really proud, and it was a proud moment.
Next question, Franco, then Jose.
In the final third, well, I thought we got in some really good positions. A lot of our chances were probably from outside the box with shots. And, think about the first pass Gonzalo played through to Ariel Lassiter, and he just didn't quite get the first touch right. The pass that Gonzalo played to Campagna in the second half, when I think just a little bit of composure, take a touch and hit it in. But the good thing was Lassiter and Campagna both had chances in the game. You think about Campagna in the first 5 minutes, header hit the bar. I thought he should have scored. I thought he had 2 really good chances in the second half. So the real positive is that Lassiter and Campagna are getting real chances, and the provider. You think about the header in the first half, it was Gonzalo's chip. The pass through to Lassiter, the pass from Gonzalo to Campagna, when I thought he just could have took a touch instead of just screwing it wide. So there's good combinations up there, and once Campagna gets in there, because there's no way he should have got on the pitch, but they've got that much quality, and once they get up to the rhythm and the speed of the game, I think we'll see some really good final third play.
You mentioned Hurts were a part of that first. And I'm just wondering, how do you flip the switch? Do you go to leadership? Do you talk to the players in halftime? Did they recognize the moment that they were now able to do the things that he didn't do?
Well, I think it's like anything. It's just repetition. I think it's repetition. It's going out there again. It's like I say. I think in the first half, they probably came in at half time and thought, oh, dear me, I probably didn't do myself justice. Probably let the occasion get to me. And actually, it wasn't that difficult for me to play out there. So come on, let's get out there and play. So what I said to him at half time was the message that I said to him 2-3 hours before the game. We've brought you to this football club because we trust you. Go out there and have the total 100% belief that we trust and believe in you. Go and play your game, and that's what we said to him at half time. I just reiterated those words. I trust you. I believe in you. We brought you to the club because we believe you can do a certain job. I only want you to do that. Nothing more, nothing less. And, you think about leadership in the second half. I thought Gregory was the leader in the second half. He won every second ball. He drove the team forward. And everybody else seemed to get, you think about Gonzalo, Yedlin and Gregory. Everyone seemed to get confidence from our leaders, showing their leadership and experience. And I thought that was really important.
Next question, Ian, then we'll go back to Michelle.
I'm just curious on your opinion on the penalty that went to VAR and whatever explanation you might have gotten as to why it was.
There's no contact, we got told. Was the contact? I've not seen it. No, the referee gave it. He went over it. He looked at VAR. The words that we're getting, that there was minimal contact. So I'd say that it was a good decision. Good decision. It's what VAR is there for. It's why we invest so much money to get the big decisions right. And the referee and the VAR got the big decision right. So that's what we wanted.
Next question, Michelle. Then Mike DePasquale.
Okay. I wonder if you could give your evaluation of Yedlin and also Diop in goal. He had some big saves. And what did you think of Yedlin also?
Yedlin, I thought second half in particular looked like a DP player. He looked like someone that was going to be a match winner for us. You think about the speed in which he transitioned. We said to Jairo Quinteros at half time, just keep giving the ball to Yedlin. Keep giving the ball to Yedlin. In the first half, he was refusing that pass. And he played like a DP USA best right back in the league. And there's still loads more to come, but he looked a top player. Diop trained with us for 3 months, maybe 4 months last year. He paid his own way, paid his own hotel, and he just wanted to come and train with us to keep fit. And then when we released John McCarthy in the summer in the off season, we wanted experience. We wanted someone that was really good with his feet, and we wanted someone with personality that could play when Nick wasn't going to play. And we knew that Diop, was probably going to start the season, and I think he's. You think about the number 2 keeper in an MLS, they're probably going to play up to 6, 7, or 8 games a season. And, you think about, the games that we had last year before Nick came was games where we had bad form, the games where you need your keeper to keep you in games, and Diop's kept us in the game, and that's his job. And I've got to say, Drake Callender was really, really unlucky not to, he was pushing all the way, but we just went with the experience of Diop, and he was probably our best player on the night. And I've got to say, Mota grew into the game. Mota, I think, showed in the second half what we've seen all pre-season. He's going to be a big player for us.
Last question, Mike DePasquale.
Thank you, Rafa. Hello, Coach. I know the result that you may have wanted wasn't there tonight, but you also said that a year ago you probably would have lost this game. And a couple of days ago, you talked about, these are my boys. These are the players that I wanted. The individuals that were here last year are gone. This team will play as a team. That second half, it seemed like everyone was willing to help each other to create those chances. Did you see the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, you think about the amount of free kicks that they had on our left-hand side, where Shaqiri's got that wonderful left foot. I thought we were like a wall, and if the ball bounced, Quinteros dived in front of the way, Gregory dived in front of the way, Lowe marshaled them. So they're well drilled, and you know what? They all like each other, and I think that helps. When you're in a family, I think that helps when you like each other, because you're willing to help your friend next to you. You're willing to trust the friend next to you. You think to yourself, I've got a team here that are all got each other's backs. They're like a band of brothers, and I still think we've got a shitload of work to do. But I'm going to say that every single day until I get what I want to get. And today was just a baby step forward. And the baby step forward was that we're now playing in the big league. The marathon has started. And we've got to make sure that we step up every single game and we get used to the big occasions and we get used to teams coming here and us having to handle the big occasion. We've got LAFC coming here in our next home game. It's going to be a real big occasion for this club, but we've got to be ready for it and prepared for it and have the courage to play in these games. And that's going to take time. That's the patience, I think, that the ownership were talking about yesterday, is that we're going to see good things. But there's also got to be a realization that with the young players, a new team, nine debuts in the team, there's going to be times when it just doesn't look perfect. And we've just got to go with that until it does.
We'll start with questions. First question, Lauren.
First game of the 20th, great atmosphere, the fans came out tonight. You guys fought until the very end. What are the positives?
Well, I think we will have want to win this game, obviously. So tonight we got a point. I think the atmosphere was incredible. The fans showed up for us tonight, and the atmosphere was unbelievable. As the players, we talk about it in the locker room. We really appreciate the support tonight. They pushed us until the end. So it was a difficult game. It was a very good Chicago team. I think we're a bit nervous, probably because, you play at home, first game of the season. In the first half, then we grew during the game. I think we played a better second half, and we could have maybe got 3 points tonight, but unfortunately we didn't. And now we have to stay focused and move on to the next game.
Next question, Michelle, then Franco.
Yeah, can you just talk about it's a new team, a lot of young players, a lot of new players, like 9 guys making their debut or whatever. As someone who's been around, how do you think this team looks heading into the MLS season now? You've seen all the MLS teams, you know what it requires. What do you think about the promise of this team?
I mean, in MLS, you need to fight, and we need to have a right mentality. So if we fight and we have the right mentality and we are aggressive in our games in a good way, obviously. So if we are aggressive and we fight for each other, we'll get results, but it goes through that. We got to stick together, fight together. We have a great staff. We have young players. We have good players. We have people who can make the difference on top. So we are a new team because a lot of players are new, But I think we showed good spirit tonight.
Next question, Franco.
How would you assess your performance? Phil said you were probably the best player on the team, and you came up with 3 very big saves. This is your official team debut in an official game. So how would you assess your performance?
Honestly, I don't mind about my performances. I'm just trying to help the team. I would have rather not make any saves tonight and win the game 1-2, 3-0, So yeah, my performances, I just try to analyze what I do wrong. I could have done things better as well. And that's all I focus on. I don't need to be focusing on what I do. I just try to help my teammates and make the staff happy. That's what I'm trying to do.
Next question, Jose, then Ian.
I wanted to ask you about the communication, because you guys have this is your first official game, so I wanted to know if you can share some of the core values that you worked on during preseason that now are helping you in that game. And the second, when on the last play of the game, you were holding on to the ball and Higuain was talking to you from far away. I guess you wanted to speak about what happened.
No, Gonzalo is a winner, So for sure, he was probably frustrated that he didn't score because he's a big player. He want to score goals, and I understand that. So it was normal that you want to play quick. But I think at that point of the game, there is nothing wrong between him and me. It was, of course, he want to win, and me as a goalkeeper, it's 94th minute, it's 0-0. I'm not here to win the game anymore. I'm here to not lose it. We don't try to win game in stoppage time, So, because what do we look like if we play quick and we take a counter attack and a goal? Everybody will be like, why didn't I hold onto the ball when the game is finished? So there's no problem. Gonzalo is a big player and he wanted to score, and it's good that he react like that. It means he showed everybody that he want to win, and that's the most important thing. And communication, we are here now since 6 weeks together or 7 weeks, And at practice, we try to talk a lot. In the locker room, we try to talk a lot. We try to have moment together, to move. I think Phil and any staff are getting us ready, in terms of moving. We know what we have to do, and this is what we try to show that on the field as well. So that's about it.
Ian?
Yeah, we've talked this whole time, Phil had talked about you know, paving your own way and staying in hotels and really like fighting for this opportunity that you had. What your journey to get here and then to start the home opener in front of all those fans with them at your back, and when you mentioned at the start, how did that feel for you to get all the way to this moment?
What do you mean, like by my journey? Like
To go from like playing in this league to then trying and get back and get it.
no, like in the summer last year, I had to leave Montreal. I was number one. I was starting. I had no problem. I could have 10. I got injured. I just came back from injury. I would have got my spot back. Like everybody knows that. So I decided to break my contract because I needed to be back in America for personal reason and green card reason, exactly. And after that, I had the opportunity to come train with the team, and I accepted it. And everybody was happy with what I produced when I was there. And then I got the chance now to play, because when I broke my contract with Montreal, I couldn't sign to any MLS team because it was out of transfer window. So FIFA didn't allow me to play with no team until season start again. And I was there. I came. I tried to work and play hard when I was there. And they asked me if I wanted to come back, and I said yes. So
to get back on an MLS pitch again.
well, it feels good. Obviously, it feels good to come back in a MLS game. My last game was actually here with Montreal against DC when I got injured, and so I'm very happy to come back and to get minutes and try to get as many minutes possible during the season.
Good last question, Franco.
What changed for you guys? First half, they created maybe some better chances to hit the post on one. The second chance, it felt like you guys dominated and it dictated play wrestling control completely. What changed in the second half that allowed it to balance?
I think like the pressure got off more and more like during the game. And I think we showed character. We showed that we wanted to win and that we didn't want to suffer, especially at home. So we are not victims. We don't want to be victims. So especially when we play at home, we want to be the aggressor. We want to aggress them. We want to show that we can create situation. And during the second half, this is what we did. We showed that we had opportunity. I think the goalkeepers had a very good save at the end on Ari Lassiter. Other than that, we will have take 3 points tonight.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
TapTap Now is a mobile app that allows users to locate Haitian restaurants anywhere in the world. Quel que soit côté où y est dans le monde, si vous cherchez un restaurant haïtien, montez sur TapTap Now. Que ou à Paris, London, Inch, Jacmel, Hawaii, Toronto, Guadeloupe, Chile, Atlanta, Saint-Louis du Nord, nous là pour. For the restaurants in the US and Canada, we offer a takeout option. Please contact us for more details. For Haitian food anywhere in the world, don't forget to tap now.
Compagnie Assurance Santé, nous mettons Santo as numéro 1. Tout au cours de l'année, nous là pour nous servir. Affaires assurance santé, assurance vie, taxe, une seule compagnie. Dans PDO, apprenez au joindre bon assurance santé. Dans vos compagnies comme Embedded, Oscar et Bright Health. Côté Koka docteur gratis. Côté que n'importe qui soin santé qui a besoin est capable de donner gratis. Bon prix. Un seul numéro pour servir 954 909 5123 954 909 5123. Macron, c'est compagnie pas.